finale of the Hammerdown Truck series at Autoclub. Uh, Looks to be a pretty good race with some guys trying to fight their way into the playoffs and some guys trying to just solidify those position with a good finish, improve their point streak or get in on points. I do know we have a couple guys who are right on the bubble. Before I go over that though, I'm going to give you the starting order for tonight. Starting first is Scoop. On the outside of Scoop will be Beast. In row 2 is going to be Wide Open and King Pile. Row 3 is Happy and Travis. Row 4 we have Death and Bad Dad Biker. Row 5, Killer Sean and Visceral Killer. So we got Battle of the Killers on row 5. Row 6 is Twoon and Stag. Row 7, Titanic and Sniper. Row 8 is Bob Drew and Woody. Row 9, Collins Racing and Dodge Ram. Row 10, Glad Bump and Be New Stew. Row 11 is Hangman and Punk Panda, which will be driven by... Oh, that's right. So Stag is actually running in Panda's position. So row 12 is going to be James Snow and Ditch. Row 13 is going to be Doreel and Silver Bullet. And then rolling up row 15 is Lando. So, going through the points here, I'm going to pull those up real quick just to give you guys an idea of how close these points actually are. Regular C's. Alright. Here in the trucks, we got Happy leading the truck series right now with about a 5, looks to be 16-point lead over Death in second. Twoon sitting there comfortably in third. When you get into the top 16 though, we got Killer Sean in 16th place. After Killer Sean, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, go just right down the list. A lot of these guys needs a win. Now we've got Ditch sitting in outside the top 16, but he has a win. It's Bob Drew is sitting right on the cut line, but he also has a win. We have Scoop sitting in 11th, but has a win. And then 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are Death, Wide Open Pile, and Travis all have wins. So these guys are literally just running, or going to be running to improve their position for these upcoming playoffs here in the next 2 weeks at Chicagoland. Last night in the Cup race, during the Auto Club race, we had a pretty good race. Had a few incidents here and there, but all in all, it was a pretty good race. Came down to a pretty good 4-way battle for the finish, with Scoop taking the checkered flag for his 4th win of the year. Also, after the race last night, Grippin was crowned the regular season champion. Congratulations to Grip. Had a good season. A lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s, 2 wins. Pole positions definitely helped him out there late in the season. So these truck guys, I mean, this Auto Club, it's high speeds, high draft, 3 wide, sometimes potentially 4 wide. So these guys are definitely going to have to be paying attention to who's around them, who's inside, who's outside, if they're stuck in the middle. You know, just track awareness, and that's being stressed every week. But you know, especially a week like this where you're going to have some people who are going to be running probably a little harder than they normally would, maybe pushing the envelope a little more than they normally would if they're in a position to where, hey, I'm not going to make it in on point, so I need to win to get in. So that's definitely something these guys are going to have to watch out for, and I'm sure they will. Everyone knows to watch out for stuff like that. So I'm trying to get an idea of where we're sitting at for the lobby right now. And as you know, we got B New Stew had a prior engagement, so he's not going to be here tonight. And just trying to get an idea of where we're looking at on the lobby here. I know they are in the process of inviting people in by their qualifiers. So try to see what's going on here. So it looks like they're getting a few more guys in here. Just trying to square it out. Right now I believe they're sitting at 16, so that's pretty good. Definitely not as many as there were supposed to be, so we're going to figure out what's going on here. I do know they had to restart the lobby because of an app closure, so that's not a big deal. But once we get in here, I'm just going to wait for my invite and we'll bring it to you. They are running Autoclub tonight, and just to give you guys an idea, that is not what I wanted to do, I apologize. I should know this already, but unfortunately I got home and got preoccupied a little earlier. We went to the Christmas parade over by me, so we'll go here, do a little create, just to give you guys an idea. Let's do a truck series, 100%. These guys will be running ×2, so that's another thing. I obviously can't use my control tonight. 135 laps. Thank you very much, Sniper. You are good for something. So I'm just waiting on my invites now. Looks like we got 19 guys in. So looking at the roster, I'm looking at a few guys that are running near the front or up near the front that I'm looking forward to try to get their first win. Biker, Sniper, you know it's all in fun, buddy. But I'm looking to see Biker get up in there and get a win. He's been running. He's had his rough races the last couple weeks, but gonna be good to see him get up in there. Also Happy. I'd like to see Happy get up in there and get a win. He does have a win in the Cup Series, but I know he's looking for that first truck race win. Killer Sean's another one looking for that first win. I know he's right on the cut line, I believe. So Killer Sean is definitely on that cut line and definitely needs the points. So he's going to be one of those guys to look at and try to see if maybe he's running a little harder than he normally would. And I have gotten the notification that it is 2 minutes ago. Thank you, Happy. Good luck to guys tonight. I expect it to be a really good race. A lot of these guys, even with the newer guys in here, some of them ran last night, but a lot of these guys did run last night. So they get the idea of what the draft is going to do. And right now we're just waiting on that go message. So I'm definitely going to go with the outlier here. I'm going to say I'm going to go for Biker to win. I want to see Biker win. So that's going to be my pick. If anybody's watching, feel free to make your pick, unless you're Zach Kennedy, because we know he's going to pick Sniper, because he is Sniper. But next week in the next 2 weeks, we should have back with me and B-New back in the booth here, and then we will have Panda back in the booth for the playoff races, which would be, Panda, he always brings the energy, and if he can get somebody up in there with him, that'll be a good show in itself. Cup race is we got 16 guys racing for the Cup Championship as well, and that got locked in last night, so we're going to see what kind of interesting lock-ins we get tonight. So as soon as I get the join message, guys, we will jump in and bring you the green flag. Yes, Snipper. Snipper is picking himself to win, so... Happy's good. Happy, every time I pick you, man, you get caught up at the last minute. So I think if I don't pick you, maybe then you'll get that W. Alright, I believe the we are down to the 20-second ticker. So this should be a good race. 134 laps, 3 stages as always. And I believe we will be good to join. There we go. Alright. So we have gotten the join message. As we bring you the season finale, regular season finale of the Hammerdown Trucks series with Mr. Scoop, last night's winner, on the pole. And a little side note here, this is also Mr. Twoon's last chance to get a win in his championship defending season. Does not have a win this season, has come close multiple times, but this is going to be his last chance to get a regular season win to kind of just solidify himself in the playoffs. Alright, as we bring you the green flag here, we got some cars diving down low already. As the Scoop's going to bring them down across the get to the checker and into turn 1. As cars are already hitting the wall, they are already out of control. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if somebody didn't go or what, but we had carnage already. But it looks to me they're going to stay green. So we got Scoop leading the field, and looks to be Beast in P2 that's making his second race this season. He's one of those guys who's going to try to run a good race and try to get that win and be that spoiler to get into the playoffs with the win. As we coming around turn 4, Beast looks to be a little loose off of 4, as looks to be Wide Open is going to go on the try to make the move on the inside of him with Happy, and it looks like Pile made a contact with Happy there. I'm sure Happy's not going to like that too much. As they're coming in through 3 and 4, it looks like Travis is down there. Yep, we got Mike saying good luck, Travis. Travis, I know, has got some viewers, and Travis has viewers every week, so he's got fans to race for. As I can see, Travis has moved up into the 5th spot with Pile in 6th, Biker up there in 7th, and it looks to be Stag right there in the back in 8th. As these guys are coming around right here, I mean, it looks like we got 2 different lines going on here. We got Scoop and what was that, Beast? Scoop and Beast look to be running that high side, where Wide Open is trying to just stay low. But you can see Scoop kind of arches it in and is able to get down to the middle and keep that run going. So right now your top 5 running will be Scoop, Beast, Wide Open, Happy, and Travis. But Travis looks to be diving down low. He's going to try to make the move on Happy here. Check out this pass right here, as we can see Happy and Travis going side by side right now. Beast looks to be a little loose coming off of 4. Remember, guys, these guys are on sliders, so they have not really made any adjustments to their trucks. They are literally just running what they put in for the slider, and they're just trying to run it out to their first pit stop. We'll go through the field a little bit here. So we got Travis here. Beast just looks to be falling back. Looks like that truck is just getting a little too loose for him. But Wide Open is on the inside of Scoop right here, trying to make the move for the lead. But we got Happy and Beast in tow, running up that high side. And Happy's looking to make it 3 wide. I don't think he wants to, but he might do it this late in the race, this early in the race. As he's going to cut down in front of Travis and take the inside, as Travis is going to go up high and take the outside. So, as you can see right here, guys, distinctive lines everywhere. Some running high, some running low. But these guys are battling. They're giving everybody space. They're being patient. No real contact except for a few incidents right there at that restart. As we come back here, we got Death running here behind Killer Sean. I know Killer Sean is one of those guys who needs a win to get in, or at least a good points day. Being right on the cut line, so I know his goal is going to be really more about points than anything else, as he's getting a really good push by Death here. Not sure if Death is going to try to pass him or just try to push him to a good day. I know those guys are Cup teammates, so maybe that's a good some teamwork right there, working for the truck race. And we got Biker here, my pick, with Toon going underneath him. Lando looks to be has already by him, and looks to be the 10 coming up behind Biker. These guys, I mean, you got two solid packs, and then it looks to be singled out with a truck here, truck there, but there's two solid packs. That's Visceral running the 10. Visceral's running the 10 right now for Hangman. So that's a sub driver. That is the a new Cup driver that just came up last week. And we got Toon here. Toon running here, battling with Biker on the outside with Lando in his rear view, and it looks like they're coming up on Sniper. I believe that. Yep, that is Sniper in the 99. Man, that 99 and that 98 are just, they're so similar. It's kind of hard to keep an eye on who's what. But one of the things these guys are going to have to worry about, the longer they run, they're going to have to try to conserve that right rear tire. This track tends to get very loose on a long run, especially exited 2. I know that's where I've struggled a lot, working with setups and stuff like that, is trying to make sure you save that right rear and not kill it, and actually try to see if it can go a whole run. But the longer you run on these tires, I mean, you're going to worry about, you know, that right rear starting to get loose on entries, starting to get loose in the middle. And this is a throttle track. From things I've learned over racing with these guys, it's definitely a throttle control track. And it's one of those tracks that just because you can go full throttle around the track doesn't mean you need to, doesn't mean you necessarily should. I believe it's one of those secret tire management tracks where it's really just about holding on to your tires, trying to make them last as long as they can, at least a good portion till you got about 2 laps to go in a fuel run. My personal experience of driving, if my fuel light comes on and my tire comes on a lap later, I've done my job to make sure that truck or that car can survive a whole run. But these trucks run completely different, and I'm not too familiar with them, so I'm not sure what these guys are running. I know a few guys prefer just to run a 9 loose. Some guys are a little bit more conservative, running 5s and 6s or 4s. So it just all really depends on feel. As we're gonna go back up here, try to get back up here to the front, see if there's anything going on up there. We got Scoop, and Scoop was in the lead, but as we've got a lead change right now, and for all the Travis fans that we have, it is Travis out in front at Autoclub. That nice all black 87 truck. Travis did a great job last night stepping out of the Cup race to broadcast the Cup race. Him and his brother, so we want to thank him for that. And he's going for his 3rd win, and he's putting together a good run out here. Started 5th, was able to work his way up to the front. I'm pretty sure these guys do have pit stops coming. And we do know once these pit stops done, then it's going to be just all out craziness on pit road, as you're all going to try to get the jump on one another. Once that first truck pits, everyone else is going to be like, all right, I got to go now too. I got to go now too. You know, trying not to fall behind in the pit strategy. As we got Bob Drew bouncing off the wall a little bit. Yeah, Death looks like he was able to get around the 32 of Killer Sean. Now he's coming up on, looks to be the Titanic in the 18. So we got Biker here. Looks like he's going to make the move under Woody here. Not sure when these guys are going to be pitting. I'm not sure. I'll have to get an idea of what the fuel runs are. And we got Killer Sean here running by himself. That's a lonely feeling. I've experienced that many times. Just riding by yourself, no draft help. You're just kind of just riding. At some point, hoping for a caution just to get group back up. As we get back up here, we got Mr. Twoon here running just behind that big pack in front of him. But you can see Twoon, he's running behind Sniper. Doesn't look to be trying to pass him, but he looks like he's just going to try to run back there and try to push to the lead as Wide Open comes in behind them. So nice little 3-car pack to try to work their way to the front. We got Stag running here up front, as it looks to be Bob Drew is out in the lead right now. Stag put up a good run last night. Almost had it. Lost, looks like, I believe he lost the lead with about a half a lap to go, maybe a little bit more. Had a good run, came in second. Bob Drew finished last night in third. I personally came in fourth. And we all finished right on top of each other, right behind Scoop. I think that would have been a really, really good finish if it had happened, if there was one more lap to go. As we can see, Stag looks to be slowing up right here. He may be, nope, he's still staying out. So these guys are getting some really good fuel runs on these trucks. Not sure how many laps are left. Nope, and we got Happy's going to make a pit. So looks to be okay. So we got about 17 laps left in stage 1. So I'm pretty sure if some of these guys are pitting right now, the rest of them are going to be coming here in the next lap or two. I mean, this essentially is how it is. Once one truck comes in, everyone else just follows suit. As you can see right here on the front, as you can see all those trucks diving down low on the apron, those are not loose, ladies and gentlemen. They are signaling that they are pitting. That is just a signal to the guy behind them to say, hey, I'm slowing up to get in pit road, do not run me over. And as we're going to get a busy pit road right now, as we got Glad, one of the new guys on pit road with Lando. He's got Visceral right there with him. There's Lando in the 51. And Sniper looks to be, he's going to stay out. Did not pit, as we got Bob Drew, Stag, Travis, Pyle. I mean, all these guys are on pit road right now. Silver Bullet, it looks to be like he just came out. And we got Scoop. I believe Scoop pitted maybe a lap earlier, so he was able to stay out, and he's probably going to race around, try to get his lap back, try to short pit it, maybe save a little bit of fuel. And I do believe Scoop will cycle around to be our leader. And he's got Wide Open on the inside of him. These guys should be good to go to the end. I'm not 100% sure. I believe they are. They should be good to go. I believe 17 laps. I think they're getting around 16 to 17 laps in a fuel run. So we shall see. If you start seeing them slow up a little bit, then you'll know that they're trying to save some gas. I know Scoop's going to run up here behind Wide Open. Scoop knows better. He's just going to run behind Wide Open. Probably just save some fuel, conserve another lap or two, just in case, maybe even half a lap if he needs it. But I do know that Wide Open just came off pit road, so Wide Open probably has better tires, so there's no point in fighting it there. Just let him go, sit behind him. This is a high draft track, so you're not going to lose anybody really just riding in the draft. He's not going to walk away from him. A little mistake to get out of the draft, and then you'll be in trouble. So right now it's looking like the top 5, I believe. I know that Scoop stayed out. So Scoop had not pit yet. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. It is very hard to do these stream and spectate, not knowing who's in what spot. They don't really do us any favors when it comes to that. So we can get back here with Beast, and he's got Happy all over his. He's all over Happy's bumper right now. Beast is a winner winning in. That's all he can really do. He's just here really just to get the experience, get his feet wet. Even if he can't win, or even if he doesn't win, it's going to be good practice for him, and he'll be running the rest of the truck series and working towards improving his racing to get on the draft showdown. As we got a car coming low on the apron, as Beast's going to give him a little bit of a move. Ooh, Scoop's going to come up right in front of Beast, and that's going to cause a caution. I believe that could cause a caution. I'm not sure. Looks like they are going to stay green though. As right now in the running order, we got in first place Wide Open, second place Happy, third place Scoop, fourth place Stag, fifth place is Bob Drew. As we're going to follow along with Paul here, and the ever so, we call it the twins, the 99 and the 98, which look almost identical in every way, except for the Carolina Nut versus the Farmer's Paint. And then pretty sure, yep, he's got Tim Duger on the back of his truck this week. Follow along with Happy here, as he's going to try to catch Wide Open, get some, try to get some stage points, maybe even get a stage win. Because he's got a run on him. I believe if he gets a little bit closer, he's going to be able to get a run and maybe catch up to him and make a move on the last lap. But he's got to stay where he's at. Just reel him in inch by inch, because he's got some company coming up behind him, and Scoop on fresh tires. And Scoop actually has a group of 3 coming up behind him, so that's only going to help Scoop out, or those 2 behind, or those 3 behind him, just to give them a little bit of an extra run. Which one of those is Travis, who did lead some laps today. So I would believe that would put Travis in 6th, with looks to be Stag right in front of him, running for Punk Panda, trying to get that 17 in the playoffs for Panda there. Panda had some things going on this weekend, was not able to race, so we expect to see him back in 2 weeks at Chicago. And it looks like it's getting a little interesting up there with the 26 and the 40. Happy's starting to reel him in little by little. And we're going to watch this battle right here, see how this plays out for a couple laps. As it looks like he can get him on entry. It looks like Wide Open's just a little bit better on exit. So, but Happy's gonna ride there. He's gonna make it work. As we have 8 laps to go in stage 1. And he's going to try to get there. I thought we had a little bit less to go in stage 1, but you know me, I can't count. So I'm just a NASCAR guy. Nice 4-car pack right here, and these guys looks like they're just content to line up and try to run down those top 2. Ooh, Stag gets in the grass. Stag's a little loose. Got a little loose, and he's going to come back up on the track, and he is spinning. He's trying to stay out of the way, trying to keep it low. So that's going to take that 4-car line to a 3-car line. As I'm not sure what happened. It looks like Stag got a little loose going up and down off that apron, going up from the apron to the track, apron to the track. You know, when you get on that flat banking, that flat surface, and you get half your truck on the banking, that could really upset your truck, and it doesn't like it. It's like running on an uneven road. As you know, you get those roads that say uneven lanes, and you know, as soon as you drop down, you can feel the height of the road is just completely different, and it messes you all up. So we got 6 laps to go here in stage 1, as it looks to be Wide Open, Happy, Scoop, It's Bob Drew, and Travis in the top 5. Let's see if Travis doesn't really have any pressure coming up behind him, so he's going to be sitting here just running this one right here. But it looks like that's getting interesting up here at the lead, as Happy has caught Wide Open on his bumper. So Happy right here is going to try to make this move. The question is he going to do it too early? In my opinion, I think he's probably going to wait a little bit, try to set it up, but nope, I was wrong. As he goes to dive down underneath right now to make that move, he's going to have to slow down a little bit more than Wide Open does, because Wide Open's on that higher line. He can carry a little bit more speed, but it's Happy right there. He makes that move to get past Wide Open, and now Wide Open is going to be in that catbird seat, as he's going to be the one sitting in Happy's draft, and going to be the one who can kind of suck up to his bumper and make a move at the end of the run. But I believe Wide Open is pitting. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Wide Open is pitting with 5 laps to go in the stage. Not sure if he tried to stretch it or... So there was 4 laps to go on the stage. We got Wide Open, who just pitted late in the stage. And so that leaves Happy all by himself up in the front. He's got no pressure. He can even try to slow down, save fuel if he wants to. He's got nobody behind him for a while. 27 out of 30 laps to go in stage 1. Happy's going to bring it through 3 and 4. Take it across the line, get the 3 to go. So we got Travis here. Travis looks to got by Scoop, and now he's going after Bob Drew right now. And that'll be a good move right there. Travis, you know, got those 2 quick wins early in the season, then really hasn't really gotten a win yet. This could help him. He got started with good track position. Gave him a little shove going into the turn right there. He's going to make a move. He's got to stay off that apron, though. It's good driving by Travis right there, not to come up on Bob Drew, especially after hitting that apron. But this will be good for him. As you can see, Scoop, there he is. He never goes away. You think you pass him, and there he comes. He's just... We'll call him the most annoying guy in trucks. Because every time you pass him, here he comes again. He's just like, nope, I was just playing with you. Just being nice. As we are going to come down to the white flag, or 2 laps to go. So we have 2 laps to go left in stage 1. As we got a nice 3-way battle here. Happy's running up front by himself. He is not worried. He's got a pretty good hefty lead on these 3 right here. So we're going to see how this battle plays out. As these 3 are going to race it to the line with about a lap and a half to go. So they're going to come up to the white flag here next lap. And we're going to see who's going to make these moves. Travis is doing good. Travis is running P2 right now, Tiana. Led a couple laps early, but he is running in 2nd right now. And I've actually got the camera on Travis as we speak. This battle right here is heating up pretty good with Scoot and Bob Drew just kind of running it out. This is the white flag lap. So these guys are coming to the end of the stage, and we're going to see if anybody tries to make a last break move coming out of 3 and 4 to try to just gain that extra position. Alrighty, we're coming up right now to the, I believe that is the end of the stage. So top 5, Happy, Travis, Scoop. It's, oh, was that the end of the stage? Yeah, that was. Happy, Travis, Bob Drew, Scoop, Bob Drew, and I believe Stag in the top, or Mr. Twoon in the top 5. Where the hell did he come from? And then it's going to be Sniper, Pile, Death, Lando, Stag in the top 10. So Stag had a little mess up early when he got loose and hit the grass, but he was able to still come back with a top 10 in that stage. So these guys are going to rack them back up, and they are going to start out front and see what they can do with it. So we are going to get back with our pole sitter here. There he is. Because every time the restarts happen, the pole sitter is where it goes. Alright, as we rack them back up here, we're going to go with, looks like Biker. I'm not sure if Biker didn't pit, or I believe Biker did not pit, so he's going to bow down and let these guys go who did pit. Good move by Biker. So that's going to leave Happy alone on the front row going into turn 1 with Travis right on his bumper, Scoop on the outside with Bob Drew in tow. So here comes... Let's see if Happy can have just a good run on the this stage as the last stage. As stage 2, I will get you a lap count here in just a second to see how many laps this stage has. But this is where it gets dicey, where these guys get bottled back up. Anything can happen. Getting on the apron can mess you up big time. But these guys are looking pretty good. You can see back there, they are 3-4 wide, fanning out. As ooh, we got some cars in the grass. Looks like a car on the inside wall. Not sure what happened there. I do not believe that'll bring out a caution. As with these one truck incidences, they don't really bring out cautions, unfortunately, and it sucks, you know, especially when you get, it's just a mishap, you know, just get a little loose, accidentally touch somebody, and happen to just get wrecked by yourself. It kind of puts you in a bad spot. But Happy's doing good up here in the lead. We got Travis right here running P2, trying to run just with him. Pretty sure these guys are just going to run nose to tail, maybe try to put a distance on the pack behind them. As we got a big one coming in. Big wreck, big wreck. And that is going to help the field out, bring them back together. Now, I'm not sure who was earlier in this run, in the stage, who got wrecked on the inside, but that definitely helps them out, because now they'll be able to get back on the lead lap. That's probably the only person to get a lap down. And that's probably going to help Biker too, because Biker did not pit, so I know he had to back off the front row, take his pit, and then now he's going to get the lucky dog most likely and be able to get back on the lead lap. So I would say Biker probably lucked out more than most on that one. I'm going to give you my best kind of Larry Mack impression, but the trends of the race, especially for these races, is that most of these races get a little dicey coming into halfway through beginning of stage 2, especially into stage 3. These races can get a little dicey. People can get a little aggressive, thinking, okay, I don't want to be stuck in the back of the pack the whole race, so let's try to make a move and get to the front. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just really depends. As we're following along with Travis right now, looks to be running third behind Death and Bob Drew. Got Visceral Killers looking on the inside, but he's going to back off and let him take it. Looks like we got Sniper making a run on the outside of Travis right here. Oh, as the 10 got into Travis, kind of pushed him up the track a little bit. Travis able to hold it though. As it looks like Visceral Killer's going to take him 3 wide. So we are 3 wide, and this is this early into the stage. Stag's going to follow Visceral in there and keep it 3 wide. The Stag's going to back out. Bob Drew's going to... Travis is just stuck right now. I mean, there's nowhere he can go. So he's just kind of holding on for dear life, trying to hold on to his truck, not cause an incident, and try to make it 2 wide as quickly as possible. See, I'm not sure how many laps are in this stage. I will get that in just a second. But now Travis finds himself on the outside of a 3 wide situation, which I would say is a little bit better than the inside, but still not a position you really want to be at. As you can see, these guys are, a little bump right there from, looks like, Woody and Scoop. They were both able to hold it though. Man, these guys, I mean, this is what I told you guys at the beginning of the race. This is high traffic, 3-4 wide at times, but it's a big track, and that's the thing that helps this race out. Is like you can go 3-4 wide without being pinned against each other. As you can see, a lot of those guys in the back are kind of just spread apart, not really pushing the issue or getting in on everybody. We're going to go up here with Death, looking to try to make a move for the lead, with looks to be the 40 of wide open, pushing him up to the front. As you can see, Visceral, the new guy, in the 10, taking the lead, with Stag on his outside, trying to make a run as he's going to cross over and go on the inside. See if I can get up there to Visceral. There we go. As now we got a side-by-side battle for the lead, as looks to be Stag is going to go ahead and clear him and take that move on the inside. But you can see these guys are still bunched up. There's not a lot of wiggle room to maneuver your truck inside or outside or go here or go there. I mean, you kind of just got to hold it where you're at, unfortunately. And that can put you in some pretty dangerous situations. As you can see, Visceral right now is on the outside of a 3 wide. Looks to be a potential 4 wide situation as these guys are packed into this track. Oh, Travis got into Death a little bit. Looks like he got a little loose. That's another thing too. When these guys are running these tight packs like this, you don't realize how much they're actually hurting their tires, because they can't run the line they want, they can't run the speed they want, and they kind of just got to run where nobody else isn't. And sometimes your truck doesn't like that, so you could burn more tires by running in traffic like this. But kudos to these guys running that tight together, and nobody's really getting into each other. I don't really see any incidents where somebody got out of control or anything like that. As we can see, Toon here on the inside of Scoop, fighting for second place, it looks like. As we got Wide Open in the lead. And Visceral looks like he's just trying to run the wall. He's going to try to run that high side, see if he can keep that engine revved up and just try to get some momentum coming off the exits. As we got, looks to be Stag, who did take the lead for a second, and then looks to be he gave it up. He's trying to fight his way back up there with a little help from Death. With Scoop is all over Toon's bumper, pushing him up there to the front. But he's going to make the move on the outside of him right here. Looks like he had some momentum and kind of took him up there, but Toon's going to let Toon slide back up. But we got a three truck draft on the outside versus a two-car truck draft on the inside. Now it looks to be a 4-truck draft on the outside, as Happy's going to get into Scoop a little bit. Didn't look like anything intentional, but Happy's going to make the move on Scoop and go after Twin right now. And I mean, these guys are just switching position after position after position. 2 wide, 3 wide, 2 rows deep, 3 rows deep. I mean, there is no give and take here, that, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they are about. And there is 27 laps in this stage, and they are on lap 13, Tiana. So about 14 laps to go in this stage. They will probably have to pit one more time. I know that early caution probably didn't get them in their fuel window, but got them close. Maybe they'll be able to take a 2-tire stop, maybe a 2-tire, 1 can of fuel. But Toon looks to be trapped on the outside, and he is just getting freight trained. As we got Stag here coming up on the inside of Happy. He's putting his tires right on that white line, trying to run the lowest line possible, which is the quickest way around this track. But not necessarily the fastest. It's the quickest way. Oh, I saw a truck go down low big time. But it looks like he's going to be able to save it and get it back up. Brings it back up on the track. Doesn't really cause any issues. So let's go allow Stag to come up on Happy. He got a good run coming out of 4 there. He's going to give Happy a little push. See if he's going to work with Happy right here and try to help them catch Wide Open, who has literally just walked away from these guys right here. That's the thing. When these guys are battling behind the leader, that leader can just do whatever he wants, because he's not having to worry about who's on the outside, who's on the inside. He can just run his line, run his race, and not really sweat about anything. And you saw Scoop right there on the backstretch, brought back the tried to bring back the old tandem drafting, gave Stag a really good push into 3 and 4, and was able to get past Happy, so put Stag up into 2nd place with Happy, Scoop, and Death rounding out the top 5. But Bob Drew's right there. I mean, it looks to be, let's see, that's 1, 2, that's 7, 8 trucks right there within 2nd place. So these guys are not laying off. They are running strong. They are running smart, not having any issues. And this is the race that these guys wanted. Last couple of races have had their issues, to say the least. So it's good to see these guys getting some green flag laps in, getting some green flag pit stops in. So we got Stag on the outside. Looks to be Scoop coming up on the inside of him. And I'm trying to see who that is. It looks like Killer Sean. Is that Killer Sean? Where did he come from? Killer Sean was running by himself in stage 1. Now he is up there fighting to get in 2nd place as he gets into Death a little bit. Not much, but just enough to get Death a little out of control, as Killer Sean is going to go 3 wide under Stag. There you go. Now these guys are getting dicey, as we got some pit stops coming in. I saw some guys diving down. Looks like we got some pit stops coming up. And we got Stag. Looks like he's just going to stay out.
And we do have some pit stops, I believe. Yep, we got a few trucks on pit road. We got Titanic here running with Visceral. Visceral was leading the race a little bit ago. Got stuck on the outside and just wasn't able to get back down into his line, so he got stuck just riding there. But, I mean, there's that big group in front of them. Titanic and Visceral are right here on the back end of it. As you can see, more trucks are signaling that they will be pitting this lap. Looks to be three of that top group are going to be pitting. And we got Woody, who is on pit road right now. Here is Glad. Glad, I believe, is going to be staying out. As we got a gaggle there right there at the pit road entry, 3 trucks right on top of each other. So we got Lando here. Lando is pushing the 87 of Trav. Nice little 2-car. We got 2 trucks side by side coming out of pit road. That is never a fun sight to see coming on pit road. This pit road exit is not fun. It's not wide. It's hard to carry speed around this track on pit road exit, just because if you hit the apron you can spin it, if you hit the grass you can spin it, and it does not take much. As we got Beast and Visceral with Sniper right there in this 4-car group right here, and it looks to be Twoon just in front of them. Nope, I'm sorry, that is Pile right in front of them. Nope, that is Twoon. Some of these trucks are so close together I can't tell what they look like. As Beast is going to try to make a recovery. Beast started P2 today, second week in a row. He was just 1 spot short of the pole. So he is going to try. He is one of those guys who has to win to get in. A good point stage will not cut it. He just hasn't been in the league long enough this season to have enough points to make it close. So he is a winner you're in. As he's going to go low on Titanic, and then his truck drifted up a little bit, but he was able to keep it off the wall and keep it off of another truck. Wide open, our current leader right now. Probably, I would be willing to bet saving some fuel. Maybe not pushing the issue as much. He's one of those guys who does know how to save fuel. He can probably save a lap or 2 without even thinking about it. And we got Pile here with Beast on his bumper, and Pile running that apron like he famously does. He likes to play with that apron. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, there's laps where you'll see him under the apron in the turn just going, how are you not spinning? And then there's other laps where he'll actually spin. And we got Happy here, stage 1 winner, running, I believe, in P... Not sure what positions they're running in right now. I believe Happy's in the top 10, but with pit stops cycling through, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be with trucks who haven't pitted yet or staying out still. I know the leader has not pitted yet, so he's eventually going to have to come in, and that's going to allow Happy to, as the leader goes in right now, Happy's going to get around him. So if Happy was on the lead of lap down, he has already got his lap back. So that's what he wanted to see. And we got Travis here, finished P2 in stage 1. Kind of running by himself right now. I'm not sure if he pitted or not yet. And we got Titanic running low on the track. I'm not sure if he's signaling or if he's actually coming out of pit road. Well, we will see that in a second as he's running the low side. Yep, and Titanic is pitting. So there's another guy who's just holding off. Trying to get you guys a top 5 here in a second. We got death right here all over the bumper of Happy right now. As I believe it's the 18 of Titanic in the lead right now. Glad Bump in second, Scoop in third, Happy in fourth, and Death in fifth. So this is a battle for position right now. But once this is all said and done, that's going to rotate, put Scoop in the lead. Not sure by how much, but I know Scoop is up front. So Scoop is trying to win stage 2. Just get some extra stage points, get his points battle up. I know he was in 7th place in the points, but he did have a win. So he's really just trying to improve his playoff position by either points or getting a win and actually getting that extra playoff point, which when the points reset will actually be a good idea for him. As you got Happy and Death right here with Wide Open, who just came out of pit road, coming up on the outside of him. So Wide Open definitely has the fresher of the tires, but he's not really drafting with these two, so these two are going to be able to fight him off just a little bit, and they're probably holding the preferred line. But you can definitely see with the fresher tires, it's eventually you're just going to get by somebody. You can only fight for so long on those older tires. As that will put Wide Open up into 2nd place. So top 5 right now is Scoop, Wide Open, Happy, Death, and It's Bob Drew running in your top 5. With 2 laps to go in stage 2. So Scoop has got a pretty good gap on 2nd place, Wide Open. So I think Scoop's just going to ride it out, and Scoop should be able to pick up this 2nd stage victory. He's got a pretty good. He's not really worried about Wide Open in his rear view. I know Wide Open's got the fresher of the tires and has the faster truck right now, but with that gap that Scoop has, I'm pretty sure he's not going to worry about it too much. But it looks like Wide Open's getting a little bit closer, but I know he's going to need more than a lap to be able to close that gap. It would take a really big mess up in a turn by Scoop for that to lose that stage win. And I would be ridiculed by Panda if I did not say, do not forget to like and subscribe to Hammerdown Racing Series on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We've got merchandise. We do the cup races every Friday at 9:30, and the truck races every Saturday at 9:30. I do apologize for getting started a little late tonight. We did have some issues with some internet, with some of the drivers not being able to get into the game, but we got it corrected. Started a little late, but we got it started, and that's the important thing. As that is going to bring the end to stage 2 with Scoop, Wide Open, Death, Happy, and Beast in the top 5. And I'll get you to round out the top 10 here in a second. And we got Stag, Drew, Travis, Sniper, and Twoon in the top 10. So good run for Scoop. Scoop got the stage win on that one. Wide Open almost pulled it off with his pit strategy. Pitted late. Was almost able to get the Scoop to get that stage win. So stage 3 is going to have 75 laps. This is going to be a long one. And with the trends of these races, this is when the aggression gets ramped up a little bit. Typically, it's somebody trying to make a move that's not there, hoping they can hold it. So we're going to bring you the restart here for stage 3 as we've lined them back up. Get you this view right here. As they are going green, green, green. As you can see, Beast just immediately finds a gap and drops down into the inside line. And Stag's going to get a really good clean. Scoop's going to go high in turn 1. He's going to run that high side. And you can see right on cold tires, that high side is not your friend. Oh, looks like we got some issues back there. Oh, we got some issues. We got trucks flying. And that is going to bring out a caution. I'm not sure who it was, but I saw somebody in the air. So that's going to put Death up in P1 with Wide Open, Stag, Beast, and Scoop as your top 5. Right now, running 6th is Happy, followed by Sniper, Twoon, Bob Drew, and Pile. So, like I said, this is the trends of Hammerdown. The aggressiveness kicks up a little bit. which is understandable. You know, it's the last stage. It's the last chance for you to make some moves and try to improve your position, and it's not easy to do in a large group like this. So getting all the points you can when you can is definitely what you want to try to do. As we're going to rack them back up here. Looks like some guys pitted, some didn't, but Beast is going to here start P2 on the outside of Death here. As they come to the green flag, Death does not like that outside lane. He tends to get down there quickly if you can get there, but that's going to put Sniper down almost to the apron. But Sniper's going to be able to hold it up there. As these guys are going to run around turn 2, and this is where it can get a little crazy there to exit at 2. But they were able to clean it up that run. As they run into this, they are 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide. They're 4 wide there, back of the pack with Bob Drew and Stag and Titanic. As Beast is going to run down to the low side and try to get underneath Death and try to make that pass to the lead. And it looks like he's not going to be able to clear him, but he may be able to clear him with a good run into 1. As we got Visceral Killer right there in the middle of a 3 wide situation with Twoon, another guy, a win and you're in. As they're going to be 3 wide with Death, Visceral, with Sniper just in front of them. And it's getting a little hectic up here. These guys are definitely doing a lot more 3 wides than they did earlier. This Beast is going to get a good run off of 4 and kind of put some gap, but these guys are definitely going to come back on the exit, especially with that draft. Now with this many laps to go in the stage, 65 laps to go in the stage, that's going to be a lot of pit stops. So a lot of these guys are going to work on conserving their tires. We got some cars on the infield already. Looks to be they're going to be able to pull it together, though. I don't see anybody flying. Nobody's doing flips. There's no X Games going on back there, so it looks like they were able to recover. But these guys are definitely going to try to stretch those fuel tanks as long as they can. Try to crunch down the numbers, as you would say, and try to make the right amount of pits to make it to the end. You don't want to be pitting on these green flag laps and then come to find out on that last pit stop you're 1 lap short on fuel. That is not a good feeling, and then you've got to worry about trying to save a lap while trying to maintain position or keep position. As we're going to go back here in the back of the pack, I want to see some of this action back here. As we got Happy right here with Pile on his outside, Pile on his behind him, Sniper on his outside, Scoop in the wall, 51 coming up underneath him. I'm not sure what happened there, but I have a hunch, but I will keep that to myself of what happened with Scoop in the wall. As looks like Wide Open is going to go down behind Visceral. Visceral's going to get a pretty good run on the outside, though, to be able to fight him off. As we got Happy right here, and he's got Pile running behind him, so I know Pile will work with him, maybe try to get him up to the front a little bit. But this back of the pack stuff this is where it's at. We got Travis back here, ran up front most of the day, but now he's mired back in traffic, and this is not a fun place to be. I mean, I know that from experience as well. I mean, you don't want to be riding in the back of the pack at the beginning of stage 3. You want to be up there fighting for at least the top 5. In the top 5, because in the back of the pack, that's when, towards the later part of these runs, that's when the incidents tend to happen, and you don't want to be there. You see, you got Travis, he's gonna push, he's gonna give Woody a good push here, try to get him a good run into 1 and 3 and 4. But Scoop is gonna go 3 wide. Bob Drew's able to hold it. Looks like Travis is going to go underneath Lando and still trying to get by Woody, though. Woody is not an easy guy to pass. He can put his truck almost anywhere he wants, and it tends to frustrate you a little bit. So Travis got to not be frustrated and actually just try to find a way around him. Well, these guys are getting a little. They're not really getting things stretched out though, and that's the scary part of these races is when you get a track like this, it's draft heavy, draft dependent, and there's no, you can't put much distance from the cars, and they can't really get singled out. As he got Travis here is going to go underneath Woody finally, when he's got his good buddy there, his RCR teammate Mr. Twoon up in front of him. We're going to ride along here with Death for a little bit. Got Visceral in his windshield right now. He's going to try to run him down. As we can see, Wide Open has taken the lead from Beast, but Beast has not walked away. Beast is right there with him, with Happy right on his bumper. And there's a pretty good gap after Death. So this is a good group of 5 right here. 2 of these guys are new to the season, and they are winning in, or they will not be in the playoffs. So, and I believe there is a caution. Nope, there's not a caution. I apologize. It looked like they were going a little slower than I thought. As we're running here, we got Beast running behind Happy. So the top 5 right now was Wide Open, Happy, Beast, Death, and Visceral Killer. That is your top 5 right now. Now, what I want to see in this stage right here, with these guys who are not running in that... Oh, as I switched just to it just in time. Not sure if that's going to bring out a caution or not. I kind of caught it last minute. But it looks like they are up to speed, so I'm not 100% sure what happened there. But whatever it was, I just caught the tail end of it. But they are still green. So we got Biker here. Biker's been caught up in some issues in the back of the pack, so he's going to try to recover from this and maybe try to get put a good finish in. All right, Killer Sean right here. Got some front end damage there. Yeah, Visceral running here, running in for Hangman. So unfortunately, if Visceral wins, he will not be locked in. I just reminded about that. Visceral is actually running, helping out Hangman, because Hangman was not able to make the race. So if by chance Visceral does win, unfortunately Hangman will not get the credit for his truck being in victory lane, but he will get those points. So he gets credit for the points, he just won't get credit for the win. So Visceral's just helping out a guy in this league, help him get some points while he can't run. And he's doing a pretty good job here, running in the top 5, running with a lot of these Cup guys, and showing he can go. He ran last night, so he got some practice at this track with the Cup cars. As he's coming up to, he's getting a little block from Death right there. He's trying to get there, but you know, when you get linked on these bumpers, man, it's scary, because you know, oh, Death makes an aggressive move to get down below Happy there. And we got Toon. I'm not sure. Yep, Toon's got some damage. So I'm guessing he was one of those guys who got caught up in that incident that we missed. Stag right here. Stag's running by himself. I'm not sure if Stag got caught up in some issues earlier. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage on his truck. Alright, we're going to follow along with Titanic now, as we are still green with 80 laps out of 135 completed. So we got 80 out of 135 to go. Looks to be, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to have some pit stops coming up here shortly. I know they had some cautions earlier on, so they were able to extend those runs just a little bit. We got Glad here running with Biker. Glad, another one of those new guys, just joined in last week. Gonna try to run out the season, get accustomed to running with the group, and see what he's got to do for next year. As looked like Biker was gonna pit there for a second, but decided to come back up. And we got Sniper here running with looks to be Silver Bullet. Let's see here. We got 3-car battle right here with Pyle, Travis, and It's Bob Drew. And this is a long one. It's a Silver Bullet there. The Scoop is on pit road right now. So these guys are, pit road's going to be busy here the next lap or so. And I do apologize about the long gaps in commentary. Trying to do it by yourself is a feat. I'll tell you this. I have a new respect for Panda, who does it on Fridays. As we got Scoop coming out of pit road here. Beast looks like to be on pit road or coming off pit road. Not 100% sure on that one. As Wide Open right here, I believe, is our leader. And he's got Happy right behind him, but I believe these guys are probably going to be coming into pit here shortly. Wide Open is famous known for stretching the fuel, but he's going to come in now as 3 cars dive down low to get into pit road. And it looks to be a couple cars behind them are going to pit as well. Travis is going to stay out. So Travis stretching the mileage a little bit. That could come out to help him. Maybe he's done the math and knows he can make it in a certain amount of laps. And Pyle is in as well. As Travis is going to come up behind Beast. And I know Beast just came off pit road, so Beast has got those fresher tires. We got Bad Biker coming up on Toon here. I know Toon's got some damage. I'm pretty sure Toon got involved in an incident earlier. So I know Toon's just maybe trying to ride it out, hope to get a caution, the way he can recover. But Toon looks like Toon's going to go on pit road. Yep, Toon's going to pit. Go ahead and fix that damage up. As we got Killer Sean coming up right here. Visceral. Looks to be Scoop on his coming up behind him. Stag coming off of pit road now. Silver Bull's going to go behind him on the outside. Titanic off of pit road. Trying to find some battles here. Once these green flag stops start, man, then it starts to get stretched out a little bit, and it's kind of hard to find these. Trying to find some battles. But we got Woody coming up here behind Lando. This looks like a pretty good battle here. These guys are going to battle for position. And with 86 laps completed of 135, these guys are getting down to, you know, 50 some to go. So you're talking maybe 3, maybe 4 more pit stops. And we got a Lando fan in here. That friend Josie. That Mobile One truck right in front of this Ford Performance truck, that is Lando. So Lando's having a pretty good race. He's got some lead lappers right there in front of him, so trying to get up there to make some positions. We got Glad Bump here. Like I said, for anybody tuning in or watching, I'm not 100% sure what position these guys are in. Unfortunately, I can only watch based on what stream I've got. And I know these guys worry more about their lap counts and their tires and their wear and their fuel counts a lot more than what I can see laps. And I don't blame them. I would do the same thing. So that is not a knock on you guys whose streams I watch to commentate. By all means, watch your tire pressures, I'd rather you not mess up trying to make sure I know what lap count and what position you guys are in. So as we got Lando here, he looks like he's coming up on a 3-wide situation. That's going to allow him to get a good run up on them. Hopefully get in their draft and make that a 4-car battle. As we got a Sniper here, looks like to be running by himself. He doesn't really have anybody around him. So let's get up to this group right here. This looks like a pretty good battle right here between Drew, looks like Drew, Pyle, and Travis. Pretty good battle with looks to be Lando and Woody lurking behind him. Scoop was able to get by Visceral in the 10. So put Scoop up one more position. Scoop was stage 2 winner. Just to recap, Happy was the winner of stage 1. Scoop was the winner of stage 2. Scoop was the pole winner as well. All in all, a good race. 90 laps into 135 race. I believe there's been a total of 4 cautions. Nothing too crazy. Had maybe one big incident that looks like just a restart, back of the pack incident. But other than that, it's been clean racing most of the race. Everybody's giving everybody room. We got a few new guys in here trying to race to get in. Beast being one of them. We got Happy trying to run to get a win. Wide Open is running his fuel mileage race that he always does. As it looks to be, I believe Wide Open is cycled out as the leader right now. And I believe that would put Beast in second. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that, but that is, I believe, Beast right behind him. Or way behind him. But behind him nonetheless. As this battle is still brewing between Trav, Pyle, and Bob. As you see, Pyle gets there under that apron, and he just plays with it, man. I don't know how that dude does it sometimes. I don't know if it's the setup he's got, his tire pressures, or something, but I mean, there's some tracks that you don't even want to touch the apron because it'll send you. As Pyle is still trying to get by that 87 of Travis, but he looks like he's going to be able to clear Bob Drew and just put him one more position closer to the front. Ooh, looks like Pyle almost bounced off the wall right there, and that allowed Bob Drew to get underneath him and get right back by him. So just swapping positions back here in this pack of 3. As we got Happy right here. Not quite sure where Happy's running. He looks like he's got a little bit of nose damage, but nothing too serious. Happy's been able to stay out of a lot of issues, stay out of some issues today. Been able to run a good race. Maybe this won't be a shit show for this week. Sorry about the language. As we got Travis here, and we get a back view of this battle between him, Pyle, and Bob. As the more Pyle and Bob battle, the more Travis can walk away from these two. But once they get out of that draft, they're just going to be fighting each other, and they'll have to line back up to try to reel him back in. You see, most of these guys, some of these guys choose different lines. Looks to be Travis is picking a line about half a lane up on these turns. Not quite running the bottom, but not really running near the top. As we got Beast running with Death here. This will be a battle for position. I believe this should be the battle for P2. So this is a good second place battle right here. New guy versus veteran, you should say. Death has been racing since the season debut, or the season kickoff. Cup driver as well. So this is a good chance for Beast to run with a veteran and kind of get an idea of how to run, where to run, what runs better. So it looks like Beast and Death may try to work together here to try to reel in wide open up in the front. And he's not that far away from them. If they line up, they might be able to put a gauge on them. They run different lines, but at the end of the day, when they exit that turn, they are lined up 1-2. Yep, and looks like Beast is going to try to make that move on the inside, but he's going to get it a little low on the apron. I hope he doesn't spin it out. And he's going to get back up there. And that's always the risk when you run that apron. When you go from banking to no banking, is that truck not liking it and kind of throwing you away. As we're going to go here and get you a lap count here in a second. This should be over 100, so there should be about 30 some laps to go. I do believe they are under 40. As Beast is going to try to make that move on the inside of Death, try to clear him on the exit of 4. And he's going to be able to make that move and clear him. And like I said, these guys are really stretched out now with these green flag pit stops. So it's really probably going to come down to a late race caution, or it's going to come down to a pit strategy move. But these guys look to be catching wide open just a little bit, just lining up. And I know Death will probably run behind Beast, knowing that he needs the help to get up to wide open. He may have this faster truck, but 2 trucks versus 1 is definitely the battle you want to have at a track like this that relies on the draft so much. As they are tandem drafting down the front stretch right now. We got Biker here coming. It looks like he's coming into 4 right now. Doesn't really have anybody around him. He's got Happy up there in front of him, and not really anybody pressuring him from behind. So he's just running his race. And then we got Killer Sean here. Coming up looks to be on Woody. So he's going to be trying to battle Woody here in a second. Got a good run off of 2 there. Really good run going into 3. Had to slow up just a little bit though. But he got a really good run. He's going to get a really good run, looks like, coming out of 4. Going to put him right up on Woody's bumper. And we got Visceral right here. Scoop has been able to get away from Visceral. So Scoop he's got a pretty good gap. Looks like to be 3/4 of a straightaway up to the next truck in front of him. And Visceral's got a few trucks behind him, but nobody really pressuring him. And we got Twoon, who did have some damage earlier in the race. I do believe he got caught up in some of those early stage 3 cautions. But he was having a good run. Stag right here on the inside of Woody. Stag having a pretty good run. Trying to be able to believe he is in the top 10. As we do have some pits. Oh, we got Visceral just sitting on the front backstretch. Not sure what happened. And that is going to bring out the caution. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. All I know is I saw Visceral just sitting on the backstretch. He didn't go invisible, so I'm not 100% sure what happened. But we got 15 trucks on the lead lap, and that's going to put Killer Sean as the lucky dog. So put Killer Sean back up on the lead lap. He will start tail end of the longest line. That will leave Sniper and Mr. Twoon a lap down. as we will rack them back up with about 33 to go. And that is not really, and that's going to put Travis and Beast on the front row. I'm not sure if they were on pit road. I know Beast had pit a lap before. He may have been just coming off pit road when that caution came out. As you can see, Beast getting down there on the bottom just like he does on every restart. With Travis, back to Travis. There you go, Tiana. Your boy Travis leading the race. As it's getting a little hectic back here in the back of the pack. As you can see here, they are 3-4 wide all the way through. And this is when these guys need to like settle down, pick your spots. There's no need to push the issue. Let it spread out. A lot of these guys don't want it to spread out. They want to be able to run their line and battle with these trucks up here and show they want to win. As we're going to go 3 wide for the lead right now. Scoop's going to stay high. But they are 3 wide for the lead with Bob Drew and a whole bunch of other trucks right behind them. And Scoop looks like he's just playing it smart, trying to stay high. Doesn't want to get involved in any of that lower line battling. Just wants to stay up top, stay out of trouble, and let them mess up underneath him, and hopefully just not slide up into him. But as you can see, these guys, I mean, they're top 10 are just under a blanket. As you can see, a few guys have been running up front most of the race. They're back in the pack, not where they want to be. You know, you don't really want to be back in the pack. See, Beast is able to hold that P2, but he's got some pressure from Bob Drew and Death coming up behind him with Scoop still on the outside. Scoop's been running the outside since the restart. He's chosen to just stay up there, maybe save his tires, let them wear their tires down from battling side by side on that inside, and he's just going to save his tires on the outside. And we got Pile up here in the top. Whoa, Pile got a little loose. It's crazy when you think this is a big enough track where you can maneuver your truck if you want to, but I mean, there's not as much room as you think there is when you're in a pack like that. It looks like top 3 is wide open, Beast and Scoop, but Scoop has got 2 trucks pushing him, so he has got some help. And as these guys are trying to line up to catch those leaders, Beast and Wide Open better watch their mirrors because they've got some company coming. You can see here, we got Pile up here running tight, and Pile's going to go, ooh, almost a 3 wide situation, but Pile was able to get the run just to get past Bob Drew. But this pack right here is definitely coming up to those leaders real quick. We got happy little mired back here, and we got issues. We have issues. I caught the tail end of that. Not sure what happened, but it looks like they are going to stay green. And with 27 laps to go, it is go time for some of these guys. And I'm not quite sure what happened with Travis. Not sure if he got caught up in something that I missed it. He was running up front, and then I'm not sure what happened. But as you can see, this battle for the lead is getting a little tighter now. Beast is caught wide open essentially, and then these 3 trucks right here are definitely running to the front. Got a good line going. They're not really erratic. They're trying to stay linked up as best they can. As before too long, Scoop's going to be in that draft of Beast, and that's just going to pull the rest of these trucks up to the front. We got Biker right here, and Biker looks to be running in the top 10, having a really good run, just outside of that big group. I do know these guys are going to have to pit at least one more time. So, trying to get there, make as many moves as you can is going to be important. As we got Killer Sean running behind Biker. Looks like to be Happy right behind him, who just made the move on Titanic. Twoon is up there, but he is a lap down. Visceral, who brought out that last caution, not quite sure what happened, but he's running near the back here. Twoon, like I said, he is a lap down, but I believe he should be the lucky dog, depending on where Sniper is running at the moment. If Sniper's not running up front, in front of him, then Twoon would get that lucky dog if that caution does wave. We got Stag on pit road. Coming off, I know Stag was caught up in that last incident that did not bring out the caution. Nice little four-way battle right here between Biker, looks to be Killer Sean, Happy, and Titanic. Twoon's going to put his nose in there just to show that, hey, I'm still here. You got Woody just running behind this pack. Going to try to stick his nose in there and make a move. Glad back here looks to be battling with, not quite sure who that is. Oh, that's Visceral. And the 51 of Lando, and as you can see, Scoop has caught these leaders and he has brought Death and Pile to the party, and Bob Drew. So this battle for the lead is going to shake up to be something interesting. Scoop is trying to sweep the weekend. I believe he's done it once this season, as well as wide open. So Scoop wants to get up there and battle these guys for the lead, get the broom out. As we do have, I believe, 24 to go. Pit stop should be starting up here in the next, I'd say, about 5 to 10 laps. We might start seeing some pit stops happening. Trying to get that money stop. These guys may try to stretch their fuel as long as they can, just to make sure they have enough to make it to the end, as Scoop is all over the bumper of Beast right now, as Scoop has caught this lead group and he is all over it. He's trying to go somewhere, trying to get somewhere going, and he's going to take the high side as Beast tries to make the inside move on wide open. Scoop goes a little bit high. Oh, and wide open came right up into him. Cut the nose off of the 33. He was not clear. And that's going to open up the door for Death to get by the 33. I know the 33 is not happy. He wants to get back up there and maybe return the favor a little bit. So as we can see, Scoop fell back one spot, but he still got Death and Pile, and they've shown well that they can work well together in a 3-car pack. So it's just going to be... Oh, Scoop gave Death a good shove into that turn right there. It's going to allow Death to get up almost to Beast coming out of 4. But these guys are definitely going, and I know Scoop is on a mission right now. Got into the wall a little bit there, didn't really lose anything. It looks like it didn't slow him up much. But we got a 5-car breakaway for the lead. As these cars are, Pile goes in a little bit high, probably a little bit higher than he wanted to, but Scoop's going to signal that he's going to pit, so Scoop is going to pit. He's going to, so I would assume that's going to mean that Scoop is going to be good to go to the end, but he is going to go ahead and pit and get his final stop underway. And he's going to bring Bob in with him. We'll follow along with Beast here for a little bit, see if he can catch that wide open truck. And he's got Death in their tail, and Pile stayed out as well. So turn that 5-car breakaway into a 4-car breakaway. So that'd be a 6-car. Sorry, forgive me, can't add. These guys, now that Scoop and Bob went into pit, I'm pretty sure that's gonna start the round of pit stops. You're gonna see Beast go into pit road right here, Death, Pile, and as you can see, as they're coming in, it looks like Bob and Scoop are coming out. So Wide's gonna go ahead and probably put them a lap down. Looks like Happy's gonna go ahead and stay out one race. We got a car cutting the grass. As we are at 119 out of 135, so coming up to 15 to go. As we got a lot of trucks coming out of pit road right now. And you guys, I'll give you an idea, just showing by Death, look how thin this pit road exit is. You got to stay on the apron all the way around. But see, just a little bit. I mean, it's all Beast come up just a little bit. I'm pretty sure he was clear when he came. Yeah, he was clear. But that is the rule. If you're clear, you can come up. However, though, it's very hard to stay on that apron and not lose time, because going too fast, you go hit the apron, go up, go down. As we got Biker here on pit road. Looks like Happy's on as well. And we got Killer Sean. Most of these guys are going to be starting to make their last pit stop now. There's a jumble of trucks coming off of pit road. Twoon is on pit road as well. And it looks to be Wide Open was on pit road. And here comes Titanic. Looks to be, we got Bob Drew and Scoop, so I believe that will be cycled out to the lead, if I'm not mistaken. So this right here is the battle for the lead, coming up to, I believe, about 13 to go. Try to get an idea of if we can see Wide Open in their mirrors. I do see a white truck back there. I'm just not sure if it is a Beast or somebody else. I believe that is Beast in third. Yep, as Beast is going to make the move on the inside of what Bob Drew. As Beast is now your new leader. Beast, one of those guys who has to win to get in, so he's trying to force the issue, and you can see him going back and forth. He's trying to keep the draft off of him, not allow Scoop to get that pole running down the front stretch. As Bob Drew's going to stay high, and it's going to allow Pile to get underneath him. But Pile's not quite going to clear it with that run coming off of 4, coming off 2. As you can see, Death coming in behind Pile. I'm not quite sure where that fell. There's that 40 truck back there lurking. We'll follow up here with Scoop. See if he can chase down Beast. And follow the leader here. Beast in his second race of the season, leading with running coming down with just a few laps to go, just a handful of laps. So we're gonna see if he can pull it off and try to make that late entry into the playoffs, which would kind of hurt somebody who's sitting there on the border, as we have 12 laps remaining. And Beast coming up on a lap car. I'm going to see if Silver kind of just tries to stay out of the way as he just goes low to get out of the way. But they kind of got out of the way, but he went low, which kind of forced Beast to go high. But he looks like he's racing him here a little bit. Silver Bullet being a little racy here with the leaders. Not quite sure what they're gonna feel about that, or how they're gonna say about that, as the 40 of Wide Open is already in second place. Ooh, getting a little dicey up there with that lap traffic. I know Beast isn't going to like that, being raced like that by a lap car, as that's going to allow Wide Open to go on the inside and try to take that spot away. These guys are battling up here right now, as Beast is going to try to go back and take that lead back from Wide Open. Beast gives him a little nudge, lets him know he's there. Well, looks like Beast dove it in just a little bit and had to check up. As Beast is going to get the run coming off of 2. Almost gets there. Has to check up just a little bit. Oh, as we got issues. We're getting a little squirrely up here. And Silver Bullet, I know, is probably not making many friends right now. Lap down, racing these leaders the way he is. I know he's got fresher tires. He doesn't want to give up that position, but maybe trying to race to be that lucky dog. I believe we are coming up to just under 10 to go. We got a nice 3-car battle for the lead right now, with Wide Open, Beast, and Death in third. Beast has been up front most of the day. He's had some issues, but as you can see, Killer Sean, he's just going to put it in the wall and kind of stay out of the way. Beast give Wide Open another little bump to say, hey, I'm here. You better watch out. Don't make a mistake. As you can see, Stag coming up off of pit road. There's a nice little aerial view right here to see what these guys are looking at. Beast trying to get him with a little bump and run, but can't quite clear him. I mean, he can get there, but Wide Open gets him on exit every time. Wide Open put a little bit of distance to him on that last turn. But these guys are just going nose to tail. They're just feeding the draft, trying to dive it in when they can get a run. They're just going to go for it. Get you a lap count here in a second. But by doing that, when you dive in and then have to hit the brakes to let off, you're definitely killing your tires. You're not doing yourself any favors with your tires. The Beast looks like you got a really good run coming off of that. He's just got to be patient here. Wide Open knows what he's doing. He's going to cut his nose off. Oh, and Wide Open gets into the apron. Not sure what happened there. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but it looked like he got up on the apron and just lost it. Maybe got a little loose, running a little low. As we are coming up to the line, I believe we are at 4 to go. So 4 to go. Let's get back up here to the leader, who's got death all over his bumper right now. Oof. Not sure what happened there, but Death gave him a nice little bump. I know these guys maybe have a little bit fresher tires. I'm not 100% sure. Not sure the pit cycle, but there you see Pile up here running P2. Pile's up here trying to spoil Beast's party. As you got 5 trucks right here. In case you missed it, a couple laps ago, wide open, hit the apron, and lost the lead. As Beast right here is gonna. Beast, he looks like he's getting a little loose right now. These tires are pretty worn out. I know these guys are stretching it to the limits, trying to get all the way to the end of the race. I know most of their tires are pretty much worn out as quickly as much as they could be. Beast is over here trying to just hold on to the lead as best he can. He's mirror driving. This is what we call mirror driving. You're not worried about who's around you, or you're worried about who's around you, and you're not worried about what's in front of you. That could cause some trouble. Just got to pay attention. Looks to be getting a little bit laggy. Not sure what's going on. I don't see anybody who's lagged out in pit road. There might be one truck in pit road, but I'm not sure if that's a lag out or not. As you can see, Scoop here. Scoop coming in from 4th, backed into 2nd. So he's going to put the pressure on the rookie right now and let him know, like, hey, young guy, I'm here. Oh! These guys are battling. Oh, and Death's going to get into Beast a little bit, put him in the wall. And look at Pile. Pile coming in to take the lead. We got Pile coming across the line. And I believe that's going to be the end of the race, with Scoop's typical grass cutting fashion. Alright, your finishing order today is King, Pile, Death, Beast, Scoop, Lando, Happy, Bob Drew, Bad Dad Biker, Visceral, and Woody are your top 10. So, good race to be had. Nice long one, but we'll go ahead and get the leader in, the winner of the race in. Let's see what's going on. So we're gonna go here. And as we await the winner of the finale, so we will see what is going on. What's up, buddy? It's just me, buddy. Don't call me gentleman. Don't cuss at me. I am not a gentleman. But good win, Pile. Way to make that last minute move. I mean, I'm not sure where you came from, but that was a pretty interesting race. I'm not sure what happened. Did Beast run out of fuel, or did he just get loose? Yeah, so that was a pretty good race, you know, for the most part. But I think only about like 5 cautions total. Definitely a lot better. Definitely looked like a lot of people heeded the patience warnings that were given out, and you could definitely tell the racing was a lot different. Yeah. Yeah, and I thought the new guy was going to race his way in. I mean, he was up there with 4 to go. I mean, I thought he had it. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's possible. You know, it happens. You know, I mean, he pitted a little earlier, new guy, so he was probably at the end of his tire run. I mean, it's possible. I mean, but hey, it was a good run by him. I mean, showed that he can run up front, he can get up front. But other than that, good race. That was a good regular season finale. And we will get into the playoffs here in 2 weeks. So, oh yeah, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. All right, signing off. Do remind all of our viewers that we will be off next week for the Thanksgiving holiday, so I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we will be back in 2 weeks to kick off the playoffs at Chicago. So other than that, signing off. Pyle, good job, good win, and we will. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and we are signing out. See you guys in 2 weeks.